Hello, guys. It's your girl, Steph Perez. Welcome to Super Saturday. For those of you guys that are just on the community call, as you can tell, I changed my clothes. I'm like, I'm hot. So I did a wardrobe change real quick. Oh gosh, in my little office space, it's like on the outside of not outside, it's definitely inside, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's got so hot. So welcome, guys. Hello. Good to see you, Veronica. All right, I'm excited. Make sure that you guys grab a notebook, grab a pen. Super excited. Good to see you over here, Jordan. All righty. Let me see what's going on. I have people popping in my Zoom room. I'm not in my Zoom room, guys, just so you know. That ended already. And since everybody was joining Super Saturday on YouTube, I stopped doing my Zoom room for Super Saturday. Maybe I'll start it back up. But all right, you guys. So I'm excited. Today, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about using this online business plan to both learn from and earn from. And I am going to walk you through and help you understand like how to get set up full out. All right. I want more of y'all in business out there doing your thing on a daily basis, positioned to make money. Hey, Jessica, good to see you on this Saturday. All right, so I'm going to walk you through the blueprint, walk you through the plan. I'm going to show you how to get plugged in, how to get up and going. So if you guys are here live and you have any questions, like no one does what I do when it comes to this. So make sure that you make use of this opportunity to ask your questions in the live chat. Very, very like laid back, conversation and vibe. And I just want to help those that really want to learn how to start an online business, that want to learn how to make a great deal of money. And here's what we do. Here's the thing. What we do is that we help you make money, right, at the service of others. So there are a lot of people out there that want to learn how to start an online business. They want to learn digital marketing. They want to learn how to make money online. And they want to learn how to do it in a legit way and in a sustainable way and in a way where they're constantly building upon their success. And that's what we actually teach within this community. All right. So we have two products that we actually use to help people in learning and earning in the online business space. I'll talk about both of them today. And I'm going to walk you through the actual blueprint, the flow, right? Where if you were to follow this in your business, like you could set yourself up for success. All right. So I kind of really believe like what we do here is almost like each one teach one, where you're going to learn it for yourself first. And unlike a lot of business models or communities that are out there, they're not really about teaching you. Instead, they're just about like selling you an opportunity and not really helping you get set up for the long term. And that's what I'm about, right? I've been in business for over 16 years. I'm 49 years old, don't have time to play games. I know what this industry can give people that are really, really serious about it. I know what can happen in a very, very short span of time if you get serious about it. And I only want to be able to help you in that way. All right. I want to be able to help you in that way. So that is what we are going to break down and we're going to talk about today. All right. So make sure you grab a notebook. I was laughing. My husband was watching a video yesterday and the gentleman said, grab a notebook, grab a pen and grab your reading glasses. And I said, I'm going to start saying that because I certainly have reading glasses. I certainly have reading glasses. I thought that was so cute. Grab your notebook, grab your pen, and grab your reading glasses. But definitely grab your notebook, grab your pen, because we are going to dive in and you're going to walk away a ton better, really understanding how I do what I do, right? So you might be here because you are attracted to my business model, my business flow, my business vibe, what it is that I do. I know that's how I got started way back in 2007, is I was attracted to the way I saw other people doing their business. And that's how I wanted to get started. And that's in fact how I got started. And so I love like showing up and kind of allowing people to get an insight, like what it takes to actually run a business like this and how to get set up in a business like this and how you've got to invest in a business like this, right, to get the kind of outcome that you desire. All right. So just a heads up, I definitely am someone that has been in the online business, digital business space for over 16 years. I've made money in a lot of different ways. And I'm someone that has really, really, really worked on mindset and capacity for earning and all of those things in conjunction with building an online business. So I definitely come from a little bit different space than a lot of people do, but I understand, and in all of my years, it really does take all of that. That literally what goes on up here, right? The way that we look at things, the way that we approach things, the way that we understand things, what we want for ourselves, like all of those things, like they really, really do make a difference in the outcome that we get in our business, right? So you can do enough in your business to reach levels, right? You can, but there comes a point in your business where it's not just about the doing, right? That you have to be able to think differently and be different in your business, right? In order to kind of like do the same thing and get even better or more results for yourself. There's so many instances that I can share with you, right, of how this has worked in my own business. And oftentimes it's just because I decided to be a different person and I decided to require differently in my business, right? From my coaching packages to the things that I promoted, to the kinds of people that I wanted to connect with and call in, to, going, one of the most vivid things, and I talked about this in one of my emails last week, I think it was in one of my emails, I talked about how when I look at over the years, how many times like I was able to just say, I'm tired of this outcome and I want a different outcome, is I just called it. Like literally, I just called it. And I remember at one point in my business, this was in 2016, when I was promoting a business opportunity, the very last business opportunity that I would promote, I remember it dawned on me. I said, wait a second, we get paid $1,000 per sale. All it takes is 2 sales a week, right? Consistently to earn $100,000 a year, right? That's $2,000 a week on average. And it's funny because that was the year that I ever spoke up and said, I'm going to do 6 figures this year. I had never focused on 6 figures prior to that. Like I was just in it. I was doing well. I was making really decent money. Right? But that year specifically, I was like, I'm going to do 6 figures in these next 12 months. And when I realized that for myself, right, and I talked about this a little bit on the community hangout, right? But when I realized that for myself, I decided to talk about it and make it publicly known to others. You guys, right? I'm giving you the play right now for ramping up your business. I'm giving you the play right now for going next level and even deciding to go quantum if you want to. I talked about this just a little bit in my community call. This is not a part of my plan today, but it's going to be what it's going to be. You guys are going to be made better because of this. Because in almost every instance of my business, it was this play right here that has helped me conceptualize, right, what I wanted and actually materialize what I wanted. So when I realized, wait a second, that's just 2 sales a week for $2,000. So what did I do? First off, I started talking about it in my emails. I started letting people know, 2 sales a week is $2,000 a week. $2,000 a week is $104,000 in a year. That's all that it takes. So I started talking about it there. And then I started talking about it in my videos. I never lied and said that's what I was doing. I said, like, this is crazy, right? Like, this is crazy. All it takes is 2 sales a week, right? Every single week to be earning $2,000 a week to do 6 figures in a year. Y'all, in 3 weeks' time from sharing that, conceptualizing that. Remember, I talked about this in an email. If y'all are on my email list last week. It is the biggest up-leveling in your business. It's the biggest up-leveling move you can make is to conceptualize. It's to not worry about what things look like right now, right? But to have a bigger vision and to believe for something other than that. And for that to be the thing that you focus on. And you set everything up to support that. So 3 weeks after I started talking about it, guess what? $2,000 a week, $3,000 a week, $2,000 a week, $4,000 a week. It became a norm for me. That year, what did I end up earning? $108,000. Can I make this up? Sure, I could be making this up, but I'm not. I have Stripe records. I have my opt-in records. I have old videos I could dig up and show y'all all of this stuff. So write this down. This is a bonus step. All right. And I can't promise I'm going to leave this replay up. This is the stuff you pay for. I conceptualized it. 2 sales a week at $1,000 each is $2,000 a week. Conceptualize it for myself first. And to me, it was ridiculous that it hadn't dawned on me like that. It was ridiculous. So then what did I go? I went out and I began to talk about it. Making sure other people understood this is just as simple as it is. So what did I do in that instance? I didn't say follow me because this is what I'm doing. I said, y'all, we got to do this. Like, you got to come on board because this is as easy as it's got to be. And guess what? People wanted it for themselves. They began to conceptualize it for themselves. And because I had a bigger vision for myself, and I inspired other people who wanted a bigger vision. You can't have a bigger vision for other people. You realize that, right? I can have a bigger vision for myself, and I can share it with every single person that's here. But if Profit on Purpose with Shantae decides that she's going to have that same vision, right? Then she'll take the appropriate action. Like, I can't have the vision for y'all. I can just share it. And for someone that's like, Steph, I'm getting on that vision with you, right? That person will be inspired to get on that vision with me, right? That's how we grow together. Someone totally missed like your 6-figure move right there. It's a 6-figure move. So because I started talking about it 3 weeks later, it became my reality. 12 months, 108,000. When I first got started, my first 30 days, what did I talk about? For those of you guys that know my story, what did I talk about? That in 100 days, I'm going to prove that someone who's brand new could have a banging business. Every single day, that's what I talked about. Every single day. I conceptualized where I was going. This is where I'm at right now. I'm working a job. I'm a nurse. Don't necessarily like it. Can't see myself here forever. Came online. I want to make this my new way of life. This is what I'm learning. And in 100 days, this is where I plan to be. Again, I shared this during my community hangout. Where I plan to be is why people aligned with me. It's why they bought from me. Where I plan to be, where I plan to be, where I plan to be. When I'm conceptualizing and other people wanted to conceptualize that as well, that's where they plan to be. When they say thoughts become things, you guys, it's not because you think it. It's because you're bold enough to get out there and tell people, this is where I'm going with this. Like, I just had this crazy thought. Think about anyone who's done anything like huge. Think about Ford. Do you guys know his story? I'll paraphrase it. It was impossible for him to get what he wanted. It was impossible. They tried over and over. I don't even know how many years. So if somebody wants to look it up, that's fine. But they kept trying over and over and over again. Long story short, do you know what Ford kept saying? I don't care. Keep trying. I have a vision. I know what I want. You keep I don't care. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. Almost every invention that we know of, it was a keep trying. Almost every invention, it was, dude's crazy. They kept trying. He's outside of his mind. And we have these things because someone had a bigger vision. They believed. Again, that word, conceptualized. It didn't matter that it hadn't already been invented, that no one's tried it, that we couldn't even conceive some of these things. Someone did. And in most instances, they were looked at as crazy, outside of their mind, not normal. Or, again, tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. Like Henry Ford, I don't care. Like, you're going to have to just keep trying because I already know. He believed it was possible. And so you guys, again, when I think about it, like all of my instances, it's not just because I was like, I know I can do this. And then I get out there and I'm all meek and mild about what I want. or I don't tell people what I want or where I'm going. Where I'm going is why people say, here's Steph. I'm willing to exchange $500 for the program that you're using because I want to go there too. They don't do it because the friggin' benefits or the features. They don't do it because there's 200 videos. They don't do it because they get all this stuff. They do it because I say, this is what's working. This is where we're going. This is what's right. $500 sales, 4 sales a week, $2,000 a week. To me, it makes sense. And for those that make sense to them, guess what? They get on board with it. For those that were learn and earn makes sense, they get on board with it. Yeah, it's the vision. It's the vision that attracts people. It's the vision. Like you literally get to lay that foundation right here today. And you get to decide to navigate your business differently based upon that information today. You literally get to navigate your business differently based upon the new seeds that you're now going to be able to plant based upon what I just shared with you today. So I'm telling you, it's like I told y'all before, right? That one money mindset coach that I love listening to. Was she the money mindset queen first? Or did she conceptualize her way into being the money mindset queen? Did people start spending money with her and investing money with her because she kept going out there and talking about what she knew to be true when it came to changing her money mindset and all these individual things? No one could have ever invested into her. She could have never had grown the empire, right, that she grew, had she not gone out there and shared her vision around these individual topics and things and people bought into her. Most people are relying too heavily upon the thing and they're taking themselves out of the equation. This is why, like, over the years, I realized when people would say stuff like, well, Steph, I'm doing videos every single day like you are, and we're marketing the same thing, but you ain't me. And when I would have the private conversations, right, with those that paid to have the private conversations with me, that's where I could dive deeper and tell them, these are the distinct differences between the content. See, I'm never afraid to watch anyone else's content for fear it's going to throw me off. Because oftentimes I'm inspired by what's working for others. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that working for me. Because clearly, like as I was coming up, clearly I could do better. So oftentimes when I would make a buying decision, or I'm like, somebody would become my mentor, or I would invest decent money into something, I would question, why did that work on me? Like, why did I buy that? And then I would say, okay, that's how I'm going to become in my content. That's how I'm going to become to other people. You guys, so often, like with what I do in my community, with the roadmap and with the blueprint, I don't have to give anything extra. I don't have to. Y'all can just buy it and be on your way. And in most instances, that's what people are doing. They're buying the roadmap and they just plug into the community, period. There is no mentorship from the person that sold it to them. I don't have to do what I do. But I know the extra I give gives you an advantage. Because much of what's missing in this industry is not the information. Because much of what I've learned is directly from those I've been mentored by. Directly from them, being in their space, seeing how they do things, why they do things, communication styles. I've learned from all of that, not just modules in a program. Am I helping you guys here? So when I may appear cocky and I'm like, you need to be in my space, it's just because you can either decide to be in my space at a fraction, or I can share, mentors where you can go and invest thousands and thousands of dollars in and have a fraction of the access, but that I've already learned from. It's because I understand the day and age that we're in right now. It's not just about the thing. It's not just about the doing. It literally is about how you show up and how people feel about you. It is. It's literally how you show up and how people feel about you. Write this down, y'all. It is very personal. People's buying decisions are very personal. Their buying decisions have very little to do with the thing. Very little to do with the thing. Shantae says a lot of them feel abandoned by that too. I'm so grateful for what you are. Yeah, the thing is, the roadmap all by itself is amazing. No one should need mentoring outside of that, right? Like it's worth the investment, $500. It's worth more than $500. But again, I have a bigger vision for my business. And it's like, and like I said, whether it's a calling, whether it's been put on my heart, I don't know, but I know again, I guess it's like I'm building my business for the Steph Perez of 2007. And if you vibe with me, then maybe you're the Steph Perez of 2007. Maybe you're desiring what I was desiring back in 2007 and 2008. Or maybe you're desiring what I wanted in 2009, but I chickened out because I didn't see anyone else out there doing what I wanted to do. So I stopped doing it. So maybe I'm that person for you right now to be an example that if this is how you want to do things, that you can do things this way and it works. And there's a reason for why it works. And it's so funny because I kept, last night, I kept going back and forth with my notes, right, from all my Super Saturdays. And I'm like, oh, which one do I want to do this week? Which way do I want to flow this week? I'm like, I guess I'll just do this one. Had nothing to do with any of this stuff. I don't even know where this came from. Right? I don't even know where this came from. But just lately, like the whole idea and me remembering points in my business where I exploded because I shared my vision. Again, conceptualization, right? The decisions that you make, they're not about you. Because decisions that I've made over the past several months, again, I look at Veronica, I can look at, Shantae, I can know based upon conversations. Jessica, I think, is here as well. Again, and this is just based upon conversations where it's like, I know that me being me and doing things the way that I do things and making the decisions that I made inspired them to go for something different as well. For them to realize certain things about their own business and to decide like they too wanted to do something different or navigate their business different. So again, if you make your business about you, then oftentimes you'll look up and you'll feel a void in your business. Like, why is no one connecting? Why is no one buying from me? Is because they don't see a bigger vision for themselves in it. They just hear what you're talking about for yourself, right? Or it's just too shallow of a picture. It's just like what the program's about. But people want something they can buy into. Believe it or not, people are really searching to be part of something bigger than just themselves. And so the vision that we hold for ourselves, we facilitate to manifest that vision by sharing it with other people. Because 9 times out of 10, our vision includes other people, right? If you want to earn $1 million next year, that's a lot of people, right? That's involved in that $1 million. Am I correct? No matter what you're selling. So if you're not out there selling $1 million vision, you can't attract $1 million. You can't attract the people that are going to contribute to your $1 million. Because again, you see where I say things like, we're never starting. We're not getting started. You got to just jump in and decide to be full blown with this thing. Right? You got to decide to have a big vision right from the get-go. And if you didn't know, now you know. That's the exciting thing. That's why I do what I do on a daily basis. Right? If you didn't know, now you know. You got to have a big vision right from the get-go. Right? So I just share like a big secret to my own marketing and how I do things. Veronica says, so true. I promise you this was not my plan, but I could not leave this opportunity and connection. I kept coming back. I know. I saw your email last night when I was trying to dig up old notes where Veronica was like, I just don't know if I can be distracted. Like, really, it was like, here's the thing though with Veronica, y'all. Veronica was on my email list. Veronica would elect to open my emails. Veronica would elect to come on my live streams. And then she would elect to email me and tell me, but I don't know, this is what I want to do. But I didn't ask you. But I didn't ask you. So it was almost like she was emailing me so she could get it off of her chest. And this is not what she wanted to do. Right? Only to later comes to the conclusion, yes, this is what I want to do. Again, right? Somewhere along the road, I painted a vision where Veronica was like, I got to be a part of this. Right? But I'm like, why are you emailing me? My business is all about online business. If you don't want an online business, get off my email list. Right? Like, and so I would chuckle, but I'm like, no, that's why we do what we do. Right? And so I would just chuckle because I'm like, I didn't even ask her, but why is she telling me this stuff? And now look at her. Now look at her. You never know. Right? You never know. So, all right, you guys, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to chime in. My Saturday lives are always, you know what they are, but I hope they can be a great deal of inspiration. I know back in the day, these super Saturdays that I participated in with other people, like were game changers for me. They really were game changers. A lot of my first mentors were more thought leaders than they were internet marketers. They were great at internet marketing, much like I am, but they were very much so thought leaders, which is where a lot of like my insight and my wisdom around online business and sales and treating people and mentorship has actually come from. So in case anyone's ever curious about that. And next Sunday, matter of fact, at 9 p.m., I'm actually doing a fireside chat with one of my first mentors. So I'll make sure if you're on my email list that you guys get access to that fireside chat as well. So you'll be able to hear some kind of like old internet wisdom as well when it comes to that. So excited for that. So I'm screaming with laughter over here. Yeah, I was like, all right, so let's talk about what it is you actually need. Let's actually talk about the practical side, right? Even though I believe all of what I just shared was very practical, because like literally like that's the sauce. Like I can like, this is like the recipe I'm going to give you, right? This is the recipe I'm getting ready to give you, okay? Where anyone can give you this recipe, right? But if you want to like, bam, kick it up a notch and really do something, right, then the sauce that I gave you is what you're going to want to pour over this. All right. So number one, okay, you need a proven plan. Okay. So if you want to go from nothing to something, if you want to get off of the struggle bus, if you want to, you know, grow 6 figures over the next 6 months, over the next 12 months, if you want to get your business to a place of consistent $10,000 months, like you want a business, right? That's reliable, that's paying you. I've had businesses over the years that were not reliable, that didn't pay me well, that I struggled in. I can come from all perspectives with this, all right? In terms of my own journey, I'm sharing what you need if you want to avoid all of that, all right? If you want to avoid all of that and not be the person that has a flavor of the month business, and every month you're off to something different, and it's always you're promoting all these different people, but you're never building your own brand. And there's always a shiny object, and there's always a pre-launch, and there's always a lock in your spot, and there's always you tapping into someone else's agenda because you don't have your own agenda. If you're ready to lock in on your own plan and write it out, right, and back it and sell out on it, that's what I'm going to share with you today, because that's what I wish I would have did, right, in my journey. I did it starting off, and then I veered off, and I just got all crazy and wonky, right? I don't want you to do that. Okay, I don't want you to do that. Okay, so this is the plan. This is the recipe. I gave you the sauce earlier. All right. So number one, you want a proven plan. Okay, you understand something about a proven plan. Okay, I've never shared this before, but it's important for all of you that think you're going to get something for nothing, or you're going to free 99 your way, or you're going to watch a bunch of YouTube videos, right? Or you're going to invest the least and expect the most out of people. It doesn't work that way. All right. The proven plan that you're going to tap into and that you're going to begin following for yourself is a plan where you don't have to second guess it. It's a plan that is proven. It's a plan that other people have implemented, likely your mentor. All right. You're likely investing into the plan from your mentor, right? It's likely already very inspiring to you. You see yourself in the plan. You want to work the plan, right? Like you've sold yourself on why this is what I want to do. Like you can actually see the plan. That was me in 2007, right? So you want to make sure that you are starting your business with a proven plan. And it's important you understand you're going to have to invest in this plan. This plan is not just something for the moment. It literally is for your long-term success, right? So the plan that you decide to latch onto and invest into and decide to learn from and implement from, yes, it's going to be a plan that you're invested into for your long-term business success. It is a part of your foundation, all right? I'm going to slow down here because I want to like break down so anyone that's like doesn't understand, like you know how, right? You can decide to invest in a plan, right? To get you on this path for yourself. All right. So when we talk about the roadmap, right, which I call it the turnkey system, that's how I've branded it. All right. It is a digital marketing and online business course that has master resale rights. Okay. Why I've allowed this to be like the plan or the blueprint that I sell is because in my 16 years, it took me many years to learn every single thing, right, that's taught in this program. Bit by bit, piece by piece, it took me years to learn all of these things. Over the years, when I have coached people and mentored people and consulted with people, it's these areas, right, that hold people back from achieving the high levels of online business success that they desire. So when I discovered this and I realized that for $500, someone can learn the foundation of digital marketing and the business of online business, right? And learn how to get set up for online business success very, very quickly. And that they had everything that they needed in one organized package, one organized course that could help them set up a business, right? That could begin to pay them $10,000 a month or 6 figures a year, whatever. It's the foundation. It's what literally every single person online needs. Like I knew I had to get out there and make sure that more and more people were aware of this. And because it was way more than just a course, but it's a true plan because someone can go from learning to actually earning, right? Because we also give you the income plan as well. We give you the thing to promote as well, as if it were your own without you ever having to go down the product creation route or without you having to go down the business opportunity route where really all that you're doing is buying a login. You're buying a login and a password. With this, like we are giving you a proven plan that you actually get to own. You get to own the course. You can download the course. It is forever yours. And you are learning you are acquiring the knowledge. You are learning the high income skills that can continue to pay your bills for many, many, many years. All right. So like literally today, I feel like I could just stop with like emphasizing how important having a proven plan is. Because if you get this wrong, if you invest wrong into a plan, right, you could just simply be learning something that is a trend, learning something that, yes, could make you money, right, but it's not foundational. Learning something where you don't get all the answers, learning something where the dots are not connecting, right? Learning something that's just kind of like off all by itself, right? But it's not a part of the bigger picture, right? Learning something that's more tactical based than strategy based. And this is what happens, right? This is why I tell people, like, don't buy this, right? And then have a gazillion questions because I'm going to tell you, you need to go ahead and invest in this. It's unfair. And that's anything in the industry. It's like I said before, I can't go to Louis Vuitton and buy a wallet and then say, but I want to be able to carry all of my possessions in this. Louis Vuitton's going to say, then you buy the doggone bag. You buy a bigger bag. They're not going to sit there and try to help me get all my possessions into a wallet. No, you invest in what you need to help you get what you want. So again, you guys, in my 16 years, and my husband has heard me say this so many times, right? He would always say, you need to get out there because it sucks that people keep coming to you saying they don't have any more money to invest because they already invested it in things that didn't work for them. It was one of my biggest reasons for saying, I'm going to have a bigger mouth. I'm going to do what it is that I do because I got to get to these people before they invest money in ways that do not serve them. And I've been doing it for years with my own digital products. I just have a better solution now. Right? And so like, I can't express enough how the proven plan is so important. And again, one of the biggest things that I love about our plan is that it can't be taken away from you. You get to learn from it, you get to earn from it, and you can forever earn from it because you get to download it as your own. It's not controlled by an admin. It's not just login credentials that you are leasing. You own this thing. And so number one, you get to be a product of it by actually learning digital marketing in a way that most people who come online will never come to know it, which is why they will fail, which is why they will flail around, which is why they will struggle. And then you get to learn the business of online business, which is what I learned when I was first getting started. It's why I was able to get such a fast start, is I understood how to use the internet as a profit zone. Right? Like I understood how this big world of the internet worked together. And I got to choose the bits and pieces and where I wanted to play, right? To make sales and to make connections. So believe it or not, there is a business of online business. And if you want to stand a chance of succeeding, you've got to know it, right? Like you've got to know it. And far too many people think, oh, it's easier than it really is. Right? Therefore, they set themselves up for it's easier than they think it really is. And when they realize they need so much more, now they're pissed off at everyone that sold them, right? The easy solution that's missing so many pieces, right? It's like, you know, it's a 1,000-piece puzzle, but for whatever reason, you only buy 200 pieces because you don't want to put together 1,000 pieces. Well, you can do that, but you're going to have an incomplete 1,000-piece puzzle. That's what people do online. I understand the tech I don't want to learn the tech though. Avoid it as long as you want to, boo-boo. Avoid it as long as you want to. You're either going to learn it or you're going to pay someone thousands of dollars to do it for you. How do I know? Because I've charged thousands of dollars to set people's systems up. And all I know, there are people that are coming on board and within 3 weeks' time, never knew a lick of tech, never knew a lick of any of this stuff, able to get their business completely set up. So yes, you're going to invest into your proven blueprint, your proven plan, because that's the foundation of your business. You should invest into it. Now, and what you invest in, no one can ever take away from you. That's the beauty of it as well. So everything you get to learn from this plan, no one can ever take away from you. All right. If you want to learn more about what we're talking about here, if you're brand new to all of this or brand new to my world, the link is down below in the description. If you were invited by one of my partners, make sure you get back to them or use their link, right? And learn more about this and enroll with them. All right. If you're here invited by myself and you want to learn more, you can use the link down below in the description. All right. GoProWithSteph.com. All right. So in that example, like that's the proven blueprint. That's the proven plan, right? Using the roadmap. All right. Now we also have a blueprint called the Daily Cash Guide, which is phenomenal. I created the Daily Cash Guide. And what I love is it helps you with the foundation of growing a daily paid business, right? I walk you through like exactly how I got started online, exactly how I made my first dollars. I teach you the strategy of online business, and it's packed with a ton of tools to help you in taking daily action. All right. So if you need help in creating content, coming up with content, putting together a daily action plan for yourself, like it is a money-making manual that you can learn from, that you can follow, right? And that you can sell to others. So much like the roadmap where it becomes yours and you can sell it for $500 to other people, with the blueprint, it becomes yours and you can sell it for $100 to other people. And we have a complete money getting system that you can leverage as well. $10 for the admin fee. We put together that little system for you, right? That system will do the selling for you, will collect the money for you, right? And again, much like the roadmap, you own the blueprint. All right. So you're actually buying the blueprint. All right. Which means you have a license to be able to sell it. You have also a license to edit it and make it your own if you want to include like your own links. And I give you instructions on exactly how to do that as well. All right. I always suggest both. That's just me. I think both of them, they are great complements to each other. Right. The blueprint I created because I was like, I want to help more people learn like what it really takes to create a daily paid business for themselves, because not a whole lot of people are talking about it in a real way that people can get. And then I also wanted to add in there, like you get like 2,000 resources to actually help you in taking your daily action. So as an example, if one of those daily actions is to create reels, I give you a ton of reel ideas. All right. Or if you want to create video content, you have video ideas. If you want to create social media posts, right, for no matter what platform, I give you tons of social media post ideas. All right. So again, in both instances, they are a plan that you get to follow. They're both very foundational. All right. They will take you for, they will help you with the long term of your business and for the long term, right? And they are great for you to learn from and also earn from. And what I like about both of our plans as well is even if you never wanted to make a dollar with either, they stand all by themselves. Meaning the roadmap could be sold as a course for well over $1,000 just as a course with no license involved. And nobody would quibble. Trust me, it is that good. But if it was just a course all by itself, then you would still have to figure out, okay, what product do I create now? For someone that doesn't have a product, you get a product. You get a ready-made product that you can begin selling. Same thing with the blueprint. Right? We give you a ready-made product. So if you wanted to, you could just read the blueprint and learn from the blueprint, right? And apply what's in the blueprint to help you in earning money and anything else that you wanted to. Or you're like, well, this just makes sense. I learned from it. I think other people need this. I'm going to get out there and talk about this so that people can start paying me $100 a pop, right? For the actual blueprint, right? So those are the two opportunities. Those are the two plans that we actually sell within our community. Right? Like, let me know. Someone say dope, right? Like all by itself. If this were me many years ago, I'd be like, where do I, this is, lock me in, say no more, take my money, get me hooked up. And again, everything I do is based upon like what I would have loved, like when I was first getting started. All right. So number one, you need a proven plan. All right. As you can see, you can get your proven plans here. All right. You can get your proven plans here. Number two, you need something to sell. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So today we're talking about how to use this online business plan to learn and earn. All right. Again, do you want to make a lot of money? Do you want to build a 6-figure business? Do you want to build a $10,000 a month business, helping other people that want to learn how to make money online? This is what we do here. Right. So, there are people out there that make, thousands of dollars a month by teaching people how to create courses. There are people that make thousands of dollars a month that teach people how to run Facebook ads. There are people that make thousands of dollars a month that teach people how to start Etsy stores. Right? We make thousands of dollars a month by teaching people, right, how to start an online business, by getting them set up, right, with everything that they need. That's what we do. No one else wants to call it that out there, but that's what I call it because that's exactly what it is, right? And as Major Payne said, right, and business is good because there are so many people out there that want to learn this stuff. There are so many people out there that want to learn this stuff. Like you have a ready-made audience, right? You already have an audience of people that want to learn this stuff, right? And you get to literally give them a legitimate, easy button. Right? Like this is a legit easy button that includes everything that they need. All they got to do is just plug in and start learning from it and doing. It's all in here. All right. So a proven plan, and then you need something to sell. Well, with our plan, right, you get something to sell. You get the something to sell. You can sell the blueprint and earn $100, right? And then you can sell the roadmap, right, and earn $500 every single time that you sell it. And neither one of them involves you having to create any kind of product. All right. Now, here's what I will say about something to sell. All right. Yes, you can go into business and not be passionate or excited, about what it is that you're selling. Business is business. Business involves connecting products and services to people that want what you have to offer. The way that I market, I've discovered over the years, for me, it's just so helpful to really love what it is that you are selling and who you are serving. Both of those are really important to me. They might not be important to you and they don't have to be. They really don't. But for me, like part of my magic over the years is number one, being a great promoter of what I'm selling. And I'm generally a great promoter because I genuinely love what it is that I'm selling. And like in this instance, like my belief is that everyone online that wants to learn how to make money, that wants to set themselves up with an online business for the long term, they need what's in our program. And why would you not want it when we give you something to sell? So even if you go through the course and you can't figure out what you want to sell, we actually give you something to sell. So at least you can begin getting out there and begin making money, right, more quickly in your business versus spending months and months and months trying to figure out what to sell. That's such a major plus, right? And what I teach is, sharing your journey. And so if you're learning from something and you also get to sell it, it makes it so simple to share your journey, right? Because you're simply sharing, again, what you're learning. Remember what I said earlier, y'all, the sauce, right? And then your vision for where you're going with this, right? Your vision for where you're going with this, right? Because that's what people are going to buy. They're going to buy your vision, right? And they're going to exchange their money for your plan. Write that down. They're going to buy into your vision and they're going to exchange $500 for the plan because your vision alone can't get them there. You only have your vision because you have the plan, and your plan is going to help you fulfill your vision. So when other people lock in on your vision and they too want that for themselves, guess what? They got to buy into the plan, right? Most people are trying to sell the plan without any kind of vision. People have to aspire to something, right? That's where you come in, all right? And so when it comes to something to sell, for me, I've just discovered that when you love it and you can talk about it every single day and you believe every single person should have it, it just makes it a lot easier to get out there and do what you've got to do every single day to get it in the hands of other people, right? And so again, both programs give you that. I got to talk about the blueprint every single day. I got to talk about the roadmap every single day. I think every single person online needs both of those. Every single person online that wants to make money, that wants the truth about making money online, right? And wants to build a strong foundation, they need both of them, right? So do you have something to sell, right? Number 3, okay? Once you have the plan to follow, once you have that thing that you want to sell, the next thing you're going to do is pick your platform. All right. So back in 2007, when I found the plan that was helping me get started, I knew what it was that I was selling, which again, ironically, in 2007, I sold the plan. The plan that I was following is the plan that I sold. That's how I came up with the whole thing of just share your journey. No one taught me that. It made sense to do that. So it's like everything I've talked about today, it's already proven to work because it's how I built my business from the very, very get-go to this very day. All right. Now you need a platform where you can create awareness, a platform where you can begin to grow your own audience, a platform where you can begin to grow your own email list from, and more importantly, a platform where you can begin to sell from. Okay. What makes what we do and the way that we do it so appealing is that long gone are the days where there was a precise format, meaning you got to create content and X amount of people will become a lead. And out of those leads, X amount of people will open your emails. And out of those people, X amount of people will buy. People buy from my content all the time. People buy from my content all the time. 16 years, that's been my truth. So while generating leads is a part of the process for me, I pick a platform where I know I can show up every single day. And this is actually a part of number 4, or you could think about this as like 3A. So you're going to pick a platform. And this is the way that I like to look at it. Pick a platform where you can sell from. Because we really are in like the social selling world right now. People will buy directly from your content. So again, if you get really good at the sauce that I talked about earlier, right? You will have the power to inspire people from your content. Again, right? Never say anything I say to be mean. I say it because it draws a point, right? This is why I've shared these kind of conversations in private with coaching clients, and I've shared these kind of conversations in group settings and even on lives. Y'all, this is why I don't worry about editing. I don't worry about effects. I don't worry about anything that's going to take you away from what matters to make a sale. Will you ever buy because I have sound effects in my videos? Will you ever buy because my video has all these theatrics and all these filters? No, if I was trying to build a business on YouTube based upon AdSense, then yeah, those things probably would be needed. Because I'm building a business based upon likability, trust, resonance, relationships, messaging. That's what comes first in my content. I've got to be having a conversation with you in my videos. That's what's most important. And I'll have that conversation for as long as needed, because you can always stop watching or listening whenever you want to. You can always come back to whenever you want to as well. So because I always know the outcome that's available to me, I choose the platform and use the platform accordingly. Let me know if that makes sense. No, you won't find that in any courses or anything like that. People don't share that kind of information with you, right? They sell you on busy work. They sell you on, you need to edit your videos and you need to have all these overlays and B-roll and all this stuff. I've never made a buying decision based upon someone's B-roll. I make every single one of my buying decisions based upon the conversation and the fact that I'm like, I like them. I want to learn from them. I want to be in their space. I don't even know what they have to sell yet, but I want it. So you want to pick one platform that's going to allow you to do that. All right, one platform that's going to allow you to do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I thought I had this off, but I guess not. All right, and for me in 2007, before I knew any of the stuff that I'm sharing with you guys right now, YouTube appealed to me because YouTube is what called me into this industry. YouTube is what attracted me to internet marketing. Is because I saw business being done in a very simplified way. It wasn't scary to me to see people doing what they were doing. I figured, okay, if that worked on me, if it made me tell my husband, can we go get a webcam because I want to do this? If that's what made me tell my husband I want to do internet marketing, right? Then clearly it worked. And so instead of trying to make it harder on myself and create all this drama, and this is what you guys do, right? I say you guys very generally, but Steph, why are you creating drama where there is no drama? If it worked on you, why not let it work for you? Why not learn how to be magnetic? Why not learn how to create the conversations? Why not learn how to connect with people? Why not learn how to build your ideal audience? Why not just learn those things? It takes less energy and drama, right, than your drama. Your drama keeps you where you are. Deciding to become the person that uses video to get the results that you desire because you already know it worked on you, far less energy. And is a way more direct path to getting what it is that you want. All right, so you want to choose one platform. I could go so much deeper into this, but I won't. I probably already stepped on some toes there, right? But one platform. The reason you want one platform is because, and this is actually number 5. I'm going to jump ahead right now just to tie this in together a little bit. All right. The reason you want one platform is because your consistency and frequency is everything. You guys, you know what's so crazy about platforms? And I think about like one of my favorite artists, because I live in Florida, but I very much so am a West Coast girl. And some of y'all might not know him. Nipsey Hussle passed away, was killed many years ago, quite a few years ago. But there are things that he has said that like has always just like held to me, right? My concept around being prolific, right? Being very specific with what it is that you do, right? Came from him. And one of the things that I loved about like the way that he did music was that, again, he was so prolific, and it wasn't, and he did everything himself. I forget what you call it, but he didn't rely upon any labels. He sold all his stuff like out of his car, like out of his own shops and stuff, and made such an impact in his community with his music. It wasn't reliant upon having a viral brand in that way. Like, he didn't need, right, like a big name brand. He understood if he was prolific with his messaging and he kept selling it to his people, right, in a way where he knew he could keep selling it and relying upon it, right, the impact he wanted to make, he could actually make. So that's why I say a lot of people might not know who he is, but there have been things he has said in some of his songs. Don't get me wrong, he was a gangster, right? He did some bad things. Right. So I'm not saying like he's my role model, but I've learned like little things. I'm like, wow, like, and so when I say pick a platform, it's important you understand you don't have to be on all of the platforms, because literally, like, your ideal person is on every single, you can find them likely on every single platform. But you've got to decide to call home a platform. Why? Because it's going to be easier to be consistent, and it's going to be easier to be frequent on it. And that's what it takes, right? Shantae said he definitely did that. Yeah, so you know him. Yes, like it. And I'm sure there are many other stories of people that were out there that, again, you know, they had the selling their stuff on, you know, for themselves, right? And they created a fantastic life in terms of, like, they reached people. They did what they wanted to do. Let's just like, they did what they wanted to do, and they made the impact they wanted to make. So what I've discovered is literally like choosing one platform and deciding to be prolific on that platform, right, is really going to be the difference maker. So for me, I learned that was YouTube right out the gate. And even though over the years I've tried different things, it's always been what I come back to, because it's like the path of least resistance for me. Right? I know that I can give in such an abundant way, and I can promote all the things that I need to do to grow my business. I know that I can do it here. All right. And so again, building an online business that has the ability to change your bank account, right? And you accomplish all that you want to accomplish. You want to change lives. You want to help people. You want to make money, right? Number one, you got to decide that the platform you choose, you're going to be consistent. Every aspect of your business is going to be dependent upon consistency. All right. So Steph, what is consistency? All right. Consistency is I do videos and or lives in my business. That's my consistent activity. All right. I also email my list. All right. So let's just use those two activities: going live and emailing my list activities. I do them consistently. Now, consistently just simply means you do them routinely. Okay. I could say I go live once a week and I email my list once a week, right? So if I did that for an entire year, that's 52 live streams and 52 emails. I did those things consistently. Okay. Again, where the magic happens, okay, and really where things get prolific is with the frequency. All right. So now when I go live daily, I email my list daily. Believe it or not, that frequency is really where we begin to multiply in our business. That's where things begin to pop off, right? That's where the deeper connections come. That's where you call in more people. That's where your audience growth explodes. That's where new ideas come from, right? Like, that's how the growth comes, is from consistency plus the frequency, right? You're going to grow at a much faster rate. All right. So if you're trying to do that on 2 platforms or 3 platforms and you're newer to content, the likelihood is you're going to struggle. Okay. So one platform will do it. Okay. Because you'll have your work cut out just with that alone. And in this day and age, daily really is the thing. People want daily content from you. They want to hear from you daily. You need your business up there daily. If you were a local business, would you only say run my billboard on Mondays? Could you really, really compete if your billboard was out there one day a week? Or do you think there's power and people that drive that same route every single day, seeing that billboard and being able to catch all people for the first time, people that drive it every single day, people that might not be in need of it right now, but also people that are in need of it right now. Wow, has that been up there the whole time? Because now that they're in need, they actually recognize, wow, it's right in front of my face. The internet's one of the only places I know where people think they can do the least and get the most. I have a whole email list of 100 people. Why am I not a millionaire, Steph? I have a whole 10 videos out there. Why do I only have one opt-in, Steph? Because we're buying into the wrong things. What if you knew from day one that you had to do a video every single day or a live stream every single day? And from the moment you got your first email subscriber, you had to email them every single day. Or let's say you chose TikTok and you knew in order to be successful, you had to do 3 TikToks a day. Would you set out from day number 1 doing those things? I want to know honestly. If you knew, if that was the rule, if that was the definite rule, if you do not do 3 TikToks a day, you will not succeed. And you got to do it for an entire year. You got to upload a video every single day on YouTube or go live every single day, or you're not going to succeed. If there were definite rules, would you do them from day 1? I really want you to weigh in. Yeah, see, Shantae, you know the offline market of stuff. Yeah, so you probably know how real of a game that is. She says billboards have you stressing over how many seconds you want it to be shown. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. So you guys, if you really think about the question I just asked you, that's what people want in their business. They want to know. They want to guarantee. If I do 3 TikToks a day for a whole year, I'll be successful. I'm going to blow your mind with something. But you are your business's guarantee. Why don't you just assume that for yourself? Why don't you just say, I'm prepared to do 3 TikToks a day for the next year to guarantee my success? Why don't you just say that? Why don't you just assume it? Why don't you just assume, you know what? I'm willing to exchange 1 live stream a day for the next year to secure my online business success, to lay a strong foundation for me. That's what I did in 2007. I was willing to do a video a day to get my business off the ground because I was like, I don't have any numbers, no metrics. I know nothing. I do not know what it's going to take. No one had to tell me to do a video a day. There was nothing else for me to do. So I did what could lead me to results. Right? I led with what could lead me to results. So my question is, if someone did tell you it was going to take 3 TikToks a day for the next 12 months, would you do it? If they told you it's going to take a live stream a day, if you're choosing YouTube, it's going to take a live stream a day for the next 12 months, would you do it? It's going to take 3 posts a day on Facebook on your profile for the next year. Would you do it? It's going to take a reel a day on Facebook for the next year. Would you do it? Some of you guys are probably questioning right now whether or not having an online business is for you, right? I'm not saying whether or not it takes that or not. But at some point, you've got to decide to stand for something. You've got to decide to say, this is what it takes for me. And that's what I did with going live starting September 1. I said, you know what? I'm willing to go live every day for the exchange, right, of the business that I want. For the money I want to earn, I'm willing to go live every single day. And I'm willing, right, to let this take me wherever it's going to take me. If more ideas come from it, fantastic. If more content comes from it, fantastic. If I feel led to actually do uploaded content, I will. If I'm led to do shorts from this, I will. No one had to tell me this is what it takes, but I'm like, you know what? I'm willing. And I knew it sounded really hard. It really did. But you know what? In that decision, I've actually worked less in my business because I'm not trying to do all the things. I'm committed to going live every single day. And I'm going to make a crap ton of money by going live every single day. because I've committed to it. I made my mind up. That is what it takes for me. So I don't see a whole lot of people weighing in on what I asked. Are you really thinking? See, because things like that aren't being asked out there. They're not being talked about out there. But can I tell you something as it pertains to like TikTok and even shorts? I've heard 2 stories recently. Actually, I'm taking that back. I've heard several stories of people on TikTok where it took 3 TikToks a day for them to go from nothing to an audience that was paying them really well. Okay. And then I read about a gentleman who went from TikTok because TikTok was messing with him too much. And he went to YouTube, and he said he spent an entire year uploading content to YouTube Shorts only to realize what didn't work. Who would do that? And then when he figured out what did work, I think he said he was uploading like 3 shorts a day in order to rebuild himself on YouTube. So everyone wants the exact path. Tell me exactly. There is no exact path. You get to choose your own adventure. And you grow as you grow. You grow as you go. You go as you grow. All the things. But the power literally will be in your consistency plus frequency. And one platform will do you. All right, one platform will do you. All right, so again, on that one platform, you're going to be consistent and frequent, right, with daily content, daily social media, and or daily traffic plan. You got to pick what you're going to do. Right? You got to pick what you want to do. All right. I've done them all, and I enjoy content, meaning I enjoy video content. That's what I like. All right. I've grown a network marketing organization using social media, right? But I had a daily commitment. I had a game plan I followed every single day, and I worked that game plan. And I was always in Success Club. I was making decent money. I won actually a couple of vacations as far as like things being paid for me. Won an all expense paid cruise for my husband and I. At the time, was the top cruise line, right? Oasis of the Seas. I was signing clients and customers, or should I say business builders and customers, almost every single day, because I figured out a plan and I worked that plan every single day on Facebook. All right. And if I wanted to work traffic plans would work for me as well, because I understand what it takes. Right. And again, it all boils down to consistency and frequency. Right. Deciding this is what's going to work for me and then working it. All right. The next thing that you got to have in place. So we're doing all of this, right? Like we're committing. I'm going live every single day. I know what it is that I'm selling. When I go live, I'm selling that thing. Okay. Add that in there as an added step. All right. Or a little asterisk. You're not just going live or doing your videos or doing your TikToks just to be creative and have fun. All right. You're literally talking directly to your people or your person, and you're selling. Right. So if you want a business where you're like, my expectation is to acquire buyers and customers and make money every single day, then you've got to be talking to your people in such a way, right, where you're inviting them to buy from you every single day. Again, where a lot of people go wrong online. Right. So you want to make sure that with your showing up, that's what you're doing. The next thing you want to have in place is automation. All right. So again, with our proven plan, we not only give you the thing to sell. All right. Not only do you have training on how to use the various platforms, so within the roadmap, all right, for your $500 investment, you get to learn the various platforms. Okay. On the 18th, we have 2.0 coming out. So with 2.0, you're going to be learning YouTube from me. You're going to be learning Pinterest. Pinterest will be coming eventually, right, from someone else. You're going to be able to learn TikTok, which is already there. You're going to be able to learn Instagram, which is already there. You're going to be able to learn Facebook, which is already there. All right. So you're going to learn how to use all the platforms. You're going to learn how to do social media marketing. All right. The blueprint, you're going to learn how to create a daily method of operation. You're going to learn more strategy there, more tactics there, right? You have provided instructions there. Right. So in choosing your platform, you're not left all by yourself, right? The guidance is there to help you in choosing a platform and then what to do on those platforms on a daily basis. And inside of my Get Paid Daily Online community, which is for Roadmap members, is I actually dive deeper right into how to use various platforms in certain ways, like what to do on certain platforms to help you grow, right? If you're just getting started, all right? The next thing that you need is automation. So clearly we're out there doing all this. I'm live right now. right? There are going to be people that click my link down below in the description while I'm live, right? They might be looking at the actual sales page. They might be pondering, getting involved right now. Automation allows you to be able to do what you do on your chosen platform every single day, or on social media every single day, right? And you do what you do, and then your automation takes over. So your automation will build your email list and collect information. Your automation will present the information, right? Like on a sales page. Your automation will allow people to make their buying decisions and take their debit or credit card or process or PayPal payment, right? And send the money directly to you. All right. Automation will allow you to draft up one email, press a button, and that one send goes out to everybody on your email list. Your automation will allow you to set up email sequences, right, that go out systematically to people that opt into your list. So you could be, on a cruise, on vacation, out of the country, working your 9-to-5 job, and your business, as long as you've done what you need to do on your one platform, right, with consistency and frequency, guess what? Your business can actually be growing and generating leads and money for you without you having to be working it directly. All right. That's what happened to me when I was first getting started. I was brand new to all of this. And I would come home to sales that were made while I was working my full-time job, right? Many days I would earn more in my business, right, than I did on my job. That was exciting. That was exciting. One of the things I loved and I remember the most was when I was working as a nurse. I remember the bank so vividly. It wasn't my bank, right? But it was a bank I could stop at and take money out from my PayPal card. But when people paid me via PayPal, I love knowing that I would be leaving from work. Y'all, just imagine this for a second. This is the stuff that's exciting. Right? I'd be coming home from work and I might have made $400 or $500 or $100 or $300, knowing I could stop right at that bank, take my little PayPal debit card out, right, and swipe it and take out the money that I made that day while I was at work. I remember those things so vividly, right? Like that was just fun. Like little things like that. Y'all, that's automation. That's automation. People able to make buying decisions and get started and enroll and buy from you directly, right? Without you having to be on a call closing them or in the DMs closing them or answering emails back and forth, right? People can make buying decisions. Beautiful. I love when I'm like watching Netflix and I make sales, or when I'm sleeping and I make sales, or, I'm cooking dinner or eating dinner or whatever. And I love it. Always just reminds me of how beautiful all of this is. And again, how much people need this, that they need to learn this. They need to understand this. They need to be implementing this and using this in their business. Y'all, this is what I sell. I sell this to people, right? Access to this. So this can be possible for anyone that wants to set up a business like this, right? Let me know if this is getting to you. Like, let me know if this is really making sense and sinking in. All right. And then the final step is, guess what? People will buy. But that step right there is what people tried to insert at step number 1. I started, I want out of my job. Why aren't people buying? But they follow none of these things. You can't find them on any platform. You don't know, you can't see the last time they created content. You don't even know they're building a business or have anything to offer or sell out there. And instead of just buckling into a plan, they hop around from deal to deal to deal to deal, right? Thinking the story or the recipe will be different with a different deal. Okay. So in 2007, this is what I did. Every breakthrough I've had in my business, this is what I did. Every single breakthrough, every instance of success, this is what I did. Not once did it take something outside of this. Not once in 16 years did it take something outside of this. This has always been the plan. Right? So you commit to what you've got to commit to. And guess what? The people will buy. And then you add the sauce I talked about earlier, right? Which is your own conceptualization, the vision you see for yourself. In the next 12 months, guess what? I'm firing my boss. I've been at this for too long. I finally found something that works for me. Yeah, I've been at it too long. I admitted it. Right? See, y'all are afraid of saying that because everyone wants to sound like a guru. No, I've been messing up for the past, 5 years. For 5 years, I kept saying, I'm a fireman boss, I'm a fireman boss, I'm a fireman boss. But finally, I found something that makes a whole lot of sense to me. This time I follow through. This time I'm actually doing something with it. Do you know how many people you could likely inspire that have been in your same situation? They've been saying the same thing. And they need to hear from you that there is something they can now use that will really be helpful. Again, your conceptualization, your vision will inspire others that want to go where you want to go and go where you are going, actually. Because it's not where you want to go, it's where you are going. They want to go there too, and guess what? They're willing to get the plan that you're following because you're out there talking about it. You're out there relating with them and connecting with them. Where everyone else might be speaking over their head or going different places where they can't relate, you're going where they want to go. And they will connect with you because of that. Y'all, I'm too much for some people. I know that. So where some people are like, well, Steph, why would someone, and I used to hear this over the years all the time, why would someone buy from me when they can buy from you? Because I'm not everyone's cup of tea. They might want someone, right, that will spend way more time with them than maybe I will at this level of my business. Right? Maybe you will coach them one-on-one for $500. I won't. I'll provide mentorship in my community, but I will not coach one-on-one for $500. Maybe you will. Maybe someone can relate to the fact that of why you are actually in business and why you want to get something more out of it. So again, the sauce I shared earlier, that's the missing piece for a lot of people. Right? So again, it's like the email that I shared. When you conceptualize something, right? Now the way that you invest in your business, right? And a lot of times people don't understand this either. The vision we have and what we are positioned to sell people is sometimes a make or break also for people. Because sometimes people do want more. Sometimes people do want more. And that's another whole pricing thing that I deal with a lot of my clients. That's why I tell y'all here, get it all, have it all. Because what we do for people, they need it all. They do need it all. Right? They need it all. And you want to be able to make money from it all. You can't make money from that which you cannot sell. So just to kind of put a little bit of perspective behind this, again, if you guys are here, you have any questions, right? Use the live chat. Be more than happy to answer them for you. Like if you're like, Steph, I want to do this. Maybe you have a question or two, go ahead and drop it in the live chat. If you do want to learn more, you want to get started, the link is down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. You can access the information there, get all the details, and get started. I do accept Klarna and Afterpay. So if you need help in spreading out your payments, you can actually use the payment plans that are available there. There have been some people that have gotten started for $44 and been able to spread their payments out for an entire year. And there have been quite a few others that have gotten started for $125 and then spread the rest of their payments out from there. It just depends upon what Klarna and or Afterpay qualifies you for. But both of those options are there. And guess what? You're going to learn how to get that set up for your business as well. All right. Really, really sweet. Same thing with the blueprint. All right. The blueprint, there have been many people that have gotten started with Afterpay, right? $25 and then allowed to spread out the rest of the 75 over, whatever the requirement is or whatever the plan is with Afterpay or Klarna. All right. So I have it set up for both of them. All right. Like I want to encourage you to go all in, right? Because I want to help you. I want to see you be positioned to not only take in and have all the information, right? But I want you all in the community as well. Because in 2024, that's where we're going. We're going all in. All right. I want you all in so you can conceptualize that message and you can call in people that want the same for themselves as well. All right. Now, let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if today's call has been fire. Shantae says, that's why I'm so confident in our programs, because I know that people need everything we offer. That's the thing. That is the thing when you know that. And again, y'all, that's the part of conceptualization. It's like you make your decisions based upon, right, the vision that you actually have, right? If we know people need this, we know we're going to sell it, why aren't we positioned to sell it or offer it or take them there? Like, that's the beauty in it, right? When you understand that, like, your business will move to new levels. You see something bigger or better for yourself, right? You believe a $2,000 a week business is available for you. Everything you do ahead of that changes, right? Your content, the way that you show up, the way that you invest. There's like a trust factor there. You're like, I'm actually backing the fact, right, that I have a $2,000 a week business. And in order to have that, there are certain decisions, right, and actions. There are things that have to take place, right? That's why the Bible says faith without works is dead. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter the vision you have, right? Like, there is no faith without works. You can't say that you believe and you're not willing to back or do. Right? I believe I'm a $100,000 a month business, but I'm not going live every single day. I'm not going to show up and help people. Right? It doesn't make sense. You got to make it make sense. And if you know people are buying into your vision, and you know your vision is good, you know that's the vision that's carrying you to, right? You know, again, I don't mind sharing my vision. Because unlike people that are painting false realities of what's happening in their business, no, I'm sharing my vision. I literally envision myself as someone who can earn monthly, right, what I earn yearly. I believe that. I truly believe that. And so do you know what I do? On a daily basis, I am figuring out, what does that mean? What does that got to look like? What do I got to do? I take it seriously. It's not a kumbaya thing for me. I firmly believe what I earn in a year, I can earn in a month. So I know some people are like, oh, Steph, you're so tough. If you think I'm tough on you, right, you should be in my self-talk. You should be in my self-talk. But that's what it takes, y'all. That's what it takes. Mousy doesn't win. You got to decide what it is that you want and go for it. Because no one else is going to go for it for you. No one's going to give you anything. Right? No one's going to give you anything. Oh, thank you so much, Veronica, for answering that question. So, no, yeah. So that's just basically when you have the blueprint and you have the roadmap. And then I have a funnel that you can actually use to sell both of them if you want to. Yeah. So if you go to mygoprosystem.com, you can actually see that all-in funnel at work. And I actually give you the copy code for you to actually create that for yourself as well, if you want to. Like if you want to sell them both in that way. Yeah. So just, Marissa, just email me. Since you have both, just email me if you actually want the copy code for that. Or you can wait until you're ready for that and I'll send it to you. All right. All right. See if there's any other questions. Yep. When you know that part, it makes everything else so easy. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. Because when you know that part, like you know where you're going, you wake up every single day with that level where it's like you're not having to worry about that level of clarity in your business. Now it's just the action of doing what you've got to do, right? That's like going live. I always joke. There are days where I'm like, they'll be fine. I don't want to go live. But it's not about people being fine. Again, what do I conceptualize? Like I have customers out there, you guys, that don't even know me yet. I have people waiting and ready. They are ready to go to my website and pay $500, and I don't even know them yet. I don't show up. I immediately take away those opportunities for my business. Y'all, that's how I think. That's how I think. They're already out there in abundance. There's a line of people, like literally they have $500 in their hand like this. $500 in one hand, 100 in the other hand, right? My content connects us together. I don't create the content and their grip gets tighter on the money. It's already my money. It's already my money. That's how I see it. You guys think I'm crazy, right? It's already my money, literally. So I show up like it's my money. I just dropped the bomb right there. Shantae won't miss it. I don't think Shantae will miss that bomb. I don't think Veronica's going to miss that bomb. But that's what I envision. I don't envision that I'm trying to convince someone to give me any money out there. I don't believe I'm showing up to convince people. It's already a done deal. I just got to do my part. It's the works part. It's the works part. You see, I can have the vision, right? I believe there are people out there that have money in their hands, and that is a fact. People do. But faith without works is dead, meaning that money will never come into my possession, right? If I don't put the work behind it. Or we reap what we sow, right? We plant seeds for a harvest. I mean, we can go on and on around this if we want to. Because you could be a non-believer, and if you want to harvest, but you don't plant seeds, you ain't getting no harvest. Because I can hear the people out there. You don't plant, you don't get. No seed time, no harvest time. Or there's always harvest time, but what are you harvesting? Right? There's always harvest time, but what are you harvesting? Plant the seeds today for the harvest that you want tomorrow. Can we do that? Right? Can we do that? All right. So I hope you guys are leaving better than when you came. I hope I laid down the blueprint and so much more. Right? I gave you the recipe and I gave you the sauce. All right. I don't want it to be lost on you. I don't want it to be in vain. I want you to use this, right? To go and create the business, create the empire, to create the bank account transforming, business that you desire for yourself, because it's there, right? It's there. And if you see fit for me to be the mentor in your life, all right, get started right down below, goprowithsteph.com. All right. Or if you want to experience, both, if you want to learn about both, you can go to mygoprosystem.com. Right. So either the link down below or go to my GoPro system. Right. And you can learn about both the blueprint as well as the turnkey system. All right. Get linked up to both. Right. And I will give you access to the funnel that will help you be able to activate and use both as well. All right. And then again, I have my own mentorship community right on the back end as well, right? Where you'll be able to tap into daily mentorship lessons. I have an orientation for you to plug into that will help you begin to put everything together. You get bonus resources for all of y'all that have access. You need to go ahead and do the 10K a month action plan. All right. And that's what I'm going through right now inside of the daily lessons. You need to go ahead and do that. It's going to be fire to your business moving forward. It's going to unlock all of the answers that you need to answer, it's going to unlock all the questions you need to answer, right? To really help you move forward. Again, taking what we even went over today, right? And allow you to really supercharge your business, gain so much more clarity and be able to approach and attack your business, right? With different choices, right? And actions to get you where you want to go. All right. So I had an atheist tell me years ago, God ain't doing nothing for him. He gets what he wants by working for it. Again, seed time, harvest time, however you want to look at it. Have a fantastic day, you guys. I look so forward to welcoming any of the new members right decide to get started today. If you have any questions, feel free to, again, tap in first. All right, go through the system. If you have any questions, you'll receive an email from me. Just hit reply on that email. I'll be more than happy to send you a direct reply, answer your questions, and help you in getting started. And again, once you get started, just message me, right? And I'll make sure to get you tapped into my private mentorship community where you'll get access to a lot of extras, right? To help you, right? With more of the sauce of what we actually talked about earlier and to help you in taking action more intentionally inside of your business. Again, I hope you guys are leaving so much better than when you came. All right. Stay inspired, you guys. Be incredibly empowered. Take action and take charge. All right. Go get what it is that you want, and I'll be here to support you. Just take the first step. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.